Bonjour, hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and virtual Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get this updates. In today's class, we are continuing with CBSE Class 10 Sample Paper Solving French for 2024-25 batch. And today we are going to start with section C, the grammar section. Till now, we have completed. Wait, I haven't even written French. So, French sample paper solving. Till now, we have completed section A and section D. So this is the part 4 of sample paper class 10 French 2024-25 batch. The credit for this sample paper of course goes to CBSE. It's just that I'm discussing the answers here to help you out and also to explain the answers to you. Okay. So section C is of 30 marks and it begins with question number 4. Irrespective of the facts like in which all questions you have internal choice or external choice, I will discuss all the questions. Okay. So it begins with question number 4. As usual, conjuguez les verbes entre parenthèses. This is a compulsory question. It has 7 parts and you need to do any 5 of it. Okay. First one, conjugate the verb entre parenthèses, conjugate the verbs under the between the brackets, and it's mettez en temps convenable, as simple as that. C'est un rendez-vous important, monsieur. Dash en retard n'a pas être. So we have an exclamation mark at the end, and there's no subject. And the tone of the sentence, it looks like an order and a request. So the indicator is what? It indicates the use of imperative, right? An imperative n'a pas être. Monsieur, we will address monsieur as vous. So we need to conjugate être with vous. Être is an exception in imperative. So ne soyez pas en retard. So the answer for first one will be ne soyez pas en retard. That's the rest of the sentence. Number 2, la robe que Marie dash portait to wear hier était déchirée. Okay. So la robe que Marie yesterday. She wore it yesterday. Past action. But she didn't just put it on once. I mean, she didn't just put on the dress. She wore it throughout. So it becomes a prolonged action in the past or referred as past continuous as well. And if it's called past continuous, that means it's an imperfect tense. And if it's imperfect, it means we have to use imperfect. Okay. So, la robe que Marie portait, third person singular. Porte's conjugation with imperfect. Number 3. La semaine prochaine, nous dash recevoir un paquet du Canada. The next week, we dash receive a packet from Canada. So we will receive. It's after a week. So, like in the next week, la semaine prochaine, it's in the next week, not after, in the next week. So, nous recevrons. Recevoir needs to be conjugated in future sample with nous. So, nous recevrons. Number 4. Si nous allions au marché, nous dash, acheter is the verb, des provisions pour toute la semaine. So, si nous allions, it's imparfait. Si plus imparfait. If we recall the 3 clauses, the 3 C clauses, the second one is what? Si plus imparfait is conditionnel du présent and vice versa. Right. So, here we have to use present conditional for acheter. It becomes acheterions. Nous is the subject, right? That's why. Fifth one, it's interesting. Let's see. Elle dash sortir la valise et elle est descendue vite car elle était en retard. So she took out the sortir is the verb. She took out the suitcase and she descended very fast she came down very fast because she was late. Sortir. Dr. Mrs. Vanderkamp. The verbs that are conjugated with être auxiliary verb. Sorted is one of them. Like in Dr. Mrs. Vanderkamp, the S stands for sorted. But Dr. Mrs. Vanderkamp, the verbs with être, those verbs are intransitive. That means they don't have an object. In this case, Elle dash la valise. We have a direct object. La valise. She didn't go out. She took out the suitcase. So this means that this verb is getting used in the transitive form and not intransitive form. And when the verb is transitive, the auxiliary verb is avoir and not être. Okay, so fifth one, Elle a sorti. Majority of students, they'll see sortir and they'll conjugate it with a sorti. Like elle est sortie la valise. It will be wrong. We have an object here. If the object was not there, then elle est sortie. But we have an object. So take care. CBSE is taking the things up a notch. Demain, aussitôt que Paul dash rencontrer le PDG, il entendra la bonne nouvelle. One side we have aussitôt que, other side we have to sample indicator of futur antérieur. Paul is third person singular, so Paul aura rencontré. Last one, 7. J'ai rendu le livre que je dash emprunté le mois dernier. So I returned the book that I borrowed uh, in the last month. So you see, we have passive composing one side, and we don't really have an indicator like quand, aussitôt que, dès que, lorsque. We don't have it. But if we analyze the thing, I returned the book that I had borrowed last month. I had borrowed. This action took place before the other action in the past. And we know that for preceding action in the past, we use plus the paquet. Okay. So at times, you may not even have these indicators, vehicle, loss, con. You may not even have those. You have to analyze the statement in such a case. Seventh, j'avais emprunté. As simple as that. Empathy of avoir plus past participle. No need of any subject verb agreement in this case. Question number 5. Again, a compulsory question. It has 7 parts, but you have to do only 5. First, ma tante me conseille ne conduis pas trop vite quand il pleut. So, we can see it clearly. It's imperative negative. So, how do we do the indirect speech or the reported speech? We will use the, then ne pas, then the infinitive of the verb, and then the rest of the sentence. Initial part remains the same. Ma tante conseil, she advised me to not to drive infinitive, conduire, okay? To not to drive too fast quand il pleut. No exclamation mark now, only a full stop. Okay? Ma tante me conseille de ne pas conduire trop vite quand il pleut. Number 2. Il me dit, again a direct speech, si tu as le temps, viens me voir. Viens me voir. We can see imperative again, so the plus venir, and the subject, the sentence formation will change a bit to make it meaningful. So, il me dit de venir me voir. In the direct speech, like he said to me to see me, right? Like, if you have time, come to see me. Now we are doing reported speech. If I have time, I go to see him, right? So see him, in this case it will become COD for third person singular, masculine of course. So la, okay, could have been it L, then it would have been the venir la voir. In this case, it will be la voir because it's elle. So la voir si j'ai le temps. So be careful. Many a times if you see initially you do the answer accordingly. Right? See is used when in the interrogative statements. But in this case, it's not like that. So be careful. Il m'a dit de venir de voir si j'ai le temps. And I hope you are well versed with why the subject or conjugation changes from direct to indirect and vice versa. And when in what all cases it does not change. If you have faced some problems, you can check out my revision videos. I have posted probably 3 to 4 revision videos on Discord direct and indirect. So you can check that out. Ok. Que ferez-vous pour combattre la pollution? La directrice nous demande. See, now in this case, the dialogue is in front and the who said to whom, that phrase is later. But now you need to change it, right? So, let me just check the recording if it's going on fine or not. Yes, it's going on perfectly fine. So, number 3, we have que ferez-vous? Fine. La directrice nous demande. So it's que ferez-vous, right? So it will become ça que. Ça que nous ferons. Like the directrice, like the director asked us. Now we are telling what she asked. So she asked from us. So we in the reported speech we will say us only. Like we. So la directrice nous demande ce que nous ferons pour combattre la pollution. Okay. Number 4, we have mes parents m'ont conseillé d'être sage et d'avoir de la patience. Okay. We can see it's reported speech. Of course, we don't have guillemets, so it's a reported speech. And we can also see both the verbs are in infinitive form and they have the before them. So it indicates the use of imperative. Let's convert it to direct speech. So mes parents m'ont conseillé. Now, if my parents are telling me something, they'll use tu. So we'll conjugate the verbs with tu only. Colon, guillemets open. Uh, Sois sage et de la patience. And of course, not to forget the exclamation mark. 3 more parts. Okay, in this video, I'm going to do up to. Okay, we are going to do question number 6, both of them. Fine. In this video, after question number 5, I'll do question number 6. Trouver la question A and B, mettez le phrase suivant au négatif. 7 onwards, we'll do in the next video. Fine. 7, 8, 9 in one video. And with that, grammar section will also be over. I am erasing the board up to number 2. Okay. Let's just utilize the full space. Okay, fine. The board is clean, like an empty canvas. Not that clean, but because we have text written. Anyways, number 4 is done. Number 5, le garçon du restaurant nous demande ce que nous voulons boire. Okay, indirect speech. Now, direct speech we need to do. La garçon du restaurant La garçon du restaurant nous demande. Okay, so we know that the waiter is addressing to us. It means he'll refer to us if speaking in the direct speech, he'll refer to us as vous. Second person plural. So, la garçon du restaurant nous demande, colon, guillemets open, que voulez-vous boire? That's the question, right? Ce que nous voulons boire. Okay. Ce que, question, qu'est-ce que? Qu'est-ce que vous voulez boire? Question mark. If it's demand and you are writing the direct speech, don't forget to put the question mark. It's important. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez boire? Number 6, we have Mon ami me demande pourquoi apportes-tu mon sac? Okay, my friend asked me, why did you bring my bag? Okay, so my friend asked me, why did I bring her bag? In the reported speech. Okay, and no question mark this time. Mon ami me demande pourquoi j'apporte son sac. And lastly, number 7, we have je leur dis que je les emmène au cinéma. Okay, it's indirect speech, so je leur dis, I said to them. So I said to them, if the receiver is them, I'll refer to them as vous in the direct speech, right? So je, les will become vous. Same conversion that we discussed in second part of this question, right? So je vous emmène au cinéma. Cinéma. Question number 5 is done. Now let's just quickly discuss question number 6 and then we'll be done with this video. Like my aim is to complete the sample paper by, like, I'm recording this on 3rd November. So probably by 15th November I'm aiming to complete the sample paper, probably, because I can't confirm because in between I have way too many things to be done in real life. So like competitions and stuff. So let's see. My target is 15th November to complete class 10 because I need time to do CBSE class 12 paper as well. Question number 6A part is what we are going to do first. I guess we can fit here the answer. So, il faudra appeler tes parents. He should call your parents. Okay. Whom should he call? Since their father is underlined. So, qui faudra-t-il? Inversion rule to put T, vowel, vowel. It's clear, I hope. Qui faudra-t-il appeler? Question mark. Don't skip putting the question mark. Number 2. We have no personne ne connaît son numéro de téléphone. So the underlined part is no. It means that we ask the question which which expects the answer either yes or a no, right? And in those cases, we usually form questions with est que, right? So est que personne, quelqu'un. Does somebody know his telephone number? So est-ce que quelqu'un connaît son numéro de téléphone? Est-ce que quelqu'un connaît son numéro de téléphone? Hmm. Third, j'y vais à pied. I go there on foot. On foot is underlined and E is a place. You can write anything. Comment vas-tu au marché? Comment vas-tu au restaurant? Comment vas-tu à l'école? Like it's for sample paper, the marking scheme, it's à l'école. Anything would work. One thing, if the reply is with je and there's no indicator of singular or plural subject, you can frame the question with you can frame the question with vous, it's fine. For example, j'y vais à pied. Comment vas-tu à l'école? Comment allez-vous à l'école? Both are fine. But sometimes it is indicated specifically but through some words that it has to be tu, it has to be vous. In those cases, you have to use the respective subject to frame the question. Comment vas-tu à l'école? Number 4, je dois écouter ces chansons. These songs underlined. I must listen to these songs. What should I must listen? Oh, wait. Je dois. Je dois. So replies with je, question will be with vous. You can form it with you, you can form it with vous. So que dois-tu écouter? Que devez-vous écouter? Both are fine. Number 5. Nous allons parler de cette situation. The cette situation. We are going to talk about this. So about what we are going to speak. So de quoi allons-nous parler? It's one option. Okay, I'll give you another option. Let me just write it first. De quoi nous allons. De quoi allons-nous parler? Second option will be okay. We are going to speak on this situation. Okay, about what are we going to speak? Fine, fair enough. Say it's a group of people and they are so, like one of them is asking that what are we going to speak about, and the other one is asking we are going to speak, and other one replies we are going to speak on this situation. Another scenario would be that this group of people is asked uh, by someone, the quoi allez-vous parler? About what you are going to speak. And the reply will be the same. Nous allons parler de cette situation. So in this case, specifically, you can format it vous as well, and you can format it nous as well. Both are correct. This is not an accent, this is a full stop. Okay. Fine. Sixth B. Mettez les phrases suivantes au négatif. Mind it, it's not répondez au négatif, it's simply mettez les phrases au négatif. Very easy. So, donne-la-lui. Very interesting question. So, donne-la-lui will become la-la-lui donne pas exclamation. Why? Because affirmative imperative is the only case where the personal pronouns are coming before the verb. I, I said the opposite. Affirmative imperative is the case where the personal pronouns or pronoun are coming after the verb. Right, that's the only scenario. In all the other cases, the pronouns will come before the verb only in the usual manner. In this case, don la lui, we are converted it to negative. So if we convert it to negative, the pronouns will come back to the original position. So na la lui don pas. Second, water fees a aller partout dans le quartier. Partout is also like related place only like everywhere. So the negative counterpart will be nulle part. So quelque part and partout, both of them have the negative counterpart nulle part. Okay, so nowhere. Water fees n'est allé qu'une minute n'est allé nulle part dans le quartier. And of course, if you have what am I saying? If you have written nulle part, no need to write quartier again. I mean, part 2 again. Sorry. Part dans le quartier. Like this, part 2 is replaced by the negative counterpart, na plus nulle part. Okay. Votre fils n'est allé nulle part dans le quartier. Number 3, we have tu manges encore des bonbons. Des bonbons in negative it will become the bonbon because we don't have être in the sentence. Fine. We know about this concept well. And encore negative is ne plus. Very easy. This one is the easiest out of all. Tu ne manges plus de bonbons. Fourth one, vous avez déjà acheté votre nouvelle maison? Déjà, pas encore, not yet. Already, negative counterpart, not yet. So, vous n'avez pas encore acheté. Vous n'avez pas encore acheté votre nouvelle maison. And now the last one I'm writing here, fifth part. Quelque chose de gêne. The expression is right in the beginning and there's no subject. So, ne comes after the negative expression, right? So, quelque chose te gêne, rien ne te gêne. With this, part 4 of sample paper, CBSE class 10 French sample paper 2024-25 class 10 is over. Other questions will be done in the part 5 video. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel Learn with Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name Learn with Anubhav. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Au revoir. N'oubliez pas que langue française est l'amour.